the song on CSI is Who Are You? Doctor Who.
Oh god. Hoot hoots. God damn it.
I love.
Oh god, there's just go away. God damn it.
Emphysema joy will never leave you.
Go ahead.
I love Squirtle.
At least Jason's not doing Pegasus
Oh
right
god.
now.
Why'd you say that?
Not
Why
yet.
did you fucking say that?
I'm not gonna bring him in on this. He doesn't like talking about Pokemon. He's always about the children and the card games. I don't understand what his problem is.
Abrupt ending.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
Jason looking at himself.
Okay.
Jason can never look at
Hello,
himself.
boys and girls. Welcome to the JFI podcast. I'm Nurse Emphysema, your special co-host for the
Oh
day.
god, please.
So much
Jason,
better
I wonder,
start.
can you look yourself in the mirror and make that voice without creeping yourself out?
Probably.
Okay, so yeah, as Nurse...
It's probably weird that I have my fingers up to my lips like I have a cigarette there. I just realized people
We
don't
must
have
do-
video, and I'm like, holy shit, I'm doing this. I don't even have video.
We have to do a video call one of these
We
days.
do.
and
You have a
record
face
it.
for radio,
I mean,
Jason.
people will go blind when they see my face for the first time, but...
It's just like when they saw Todd's face in To Boldly Flee.
No, he makes you stare at your own soul. I make you stare at an ass.
Wow.
Alright, well, let's get this rolling, guys. I only got a little while,
Okay.
and so does
So
Jason.
welcome to this week's very shortened episode of the JFI Podcast. I'm your host, Not Mary, joined by our cavalcade of voices man himself.
That'd be me, Jason and B.
Hey, I know the word cavalcade, look at that. And our cat.
Can you spell it?
I'm sure if he did, it started out with the word camel instead of caval, just out of, like, blind luck. He's like, it's camelcade! No.
Q W.
He looked it up. He's
Yeah,
cheating.
because I looked this up on
I
Disney.
really want to see what word he's going with now. Just Q W Pat, can I buy a vowel?
Q
G,
for another Q. Z,
another Q
Z
and Batman symbol.
Okay, that doesn't help. Is it Alex Trebek and Webster? Holy fuck. And my girlfriend Queen Map, who is taking a very short break right now.
Right.
What? No introducing the cat?
I said the
Come
cat,
on.
and then Jason interrupted.
Oh. Meow.
It'll be in the
I'll fix that.
yeah, it'll be edited properly.
Interrupting Jason.
I hope.
Accordingly.
Interrupting Jason.
Yeah.
Very nice.
I feel bad
Yes.
now that everyone's like, oh my god, Jason can do what you guys are like, Jason can do what? No, I can't. I listened to that just now. I never listen to like what I sound like when I do a voice. That sounds exactly like me, just with deeper baritone.
Yep, pretty much.
Just about.
So it's not even a different voice. It's not like you can't go, that's just Jason. I don't have a voice, I think, where it's not like, you can tell that's Jason.
Yeah, so thanks to King Fire Demon for that intro. And the next two we have.
Yes.
So yeah,
Yes.
send those intros, people.
Wait, unless someone else sends a intro in that, then I get to mix it up.
Yeah, somebody make like a Saturday morning
Yeah.
intro for like Jason's voices.
We're all gonna have a conversation.
Yeah, I
It's
can only
gonna be a
imagine.
special time.
I can only imagine what Jason does when his free time. Just an enigma.
Yes.
Wow. Do not give
What?
Do not give people that idea.
Jason's free time?
Yeah.
I'm just sitting alone. I just see myself sitting alone on my bed, just like rocking back and forth, and just the voices coming out of my mouth. Just like, we need to talk about the way you treat your Pokemon. Ooh, yes! And the children that come with them.
Jason is actually a mental patient.
Streaming
We're all mental
live from
patients
the
in our own little ways. Oh man, someone cracked my favorite cup. It's just, oh, it makes me sad.
Sad
Sad
kitty?
kitty.
Sad Kitty?
Yeah.
I'm streaming live from Arkham Asylum.
Jason came from Gotham City.
Yeah. Apparently, Jason, my secret word got out.
Mm-hmm.
Mabs and Nightmare obsessed
It was
over it
fucking
yesterday.
hilarious.
Oh, gosh.
Peanut butter.
Oh. I don't know why you let that slip.
Jason, what was your reaction to that?
I was tired. I was sleepy.
I was amazed she said it, first and foremost. I don't even want to go into... I don't want to go into it.
What was your reaction after amazement?
It was like, why did you say that? Why? You're on the stream. You know how this is going to be used against you. Why would you say that? It was...
Yeah.
It was like the shock
it
and...
got away from the wood jokes.
I know.
I mean, come on. That was probably what my brain was at the time, was like, okay, do I give them new fuel for the fire, or do I let them keep saying the same fucking wood joke?
You gotta keep
For
letting
the
them saying the
past
same
month.
wood joke, because eventually we run out of steam.
That's
Yeah, they can
true.
There's only so many of those you
But
can do.
You can only burn so much wood.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
But
true.
now you gave them peanut butter.
But now there's sandwiches involved.
Oh.
This gives new terms of meaning fluffernutter.
Oh. That was a good one, actually. I'm gonna use that later. Prepare to hear that joke again.
Jason's arsenal of jokes just getting increased slowly.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Well,
Plus
here's
one
the thing
comedy
I gotta point
arsenal.
Out, that yes, yeah. But Jason, I didn't hear your comment about, like, because after I said it on the stream, I immediately went, "Oh, it sounds like someone's at my door." I didn't hear Jason say right after that, "That's her husband with the
Oh,
jetty."
snap.
I went back and listened to that last night, and I was like, "Oh, fuck me! What
Well,
was
we
I
can stop that right
See,
now.
told you.
Sorry, you both talked at the same time. I didn't hear a word you said.
Mine was told you.
Mine was...
I told you.
But anyways, let's get away from safe words.
Let's get
and
away from wood and
food.
peanut butter.
And
Yeah, wooden peanut
yes,
butter.
until Mab gets back, I wanted to hold on to this as long as we could, but you know, I don't know where Mabs is. Because we were going to talk Doctor Who.
Woo!
Woo! Jason, explain your rage to episode 1.
Are
Yes.
we going to discuss the whole episode, or can I just rail on the whole thing?
Go right ahead.
Go ahead. Basically, at this point, anyone who's listening to this podcast,
Hopefully has seen the
if
episode.
you have not seen Asylum of the Daleks, stop listening now, or skip ahead to where we're not talking about it.
We'll
And-
put a picture of Doctor Who up in the video version, and when the Doctor's gone, that's when we're done.
Yes. Unfortunately, for those listening via SoundCloud, either suffer through it or go watch it or wait until.
We'll
the
also have a
YouTube
picture of
episode
Doctor Who
is
up.
out.
Yeah, we'll like make...
We're not sure how you're
No,
going to see it, but we're still going to have a picture.
Guys, we just have to make our
don't
waveforms look
know.
like the Doctor.
Woo! There we go.
There we go.
Bow tie.
It's just a bow tie.
Okay.
It's just a bow tie.
Yeah. I'm killing time until Mabs gets back, but I watched Dead
How
Mouse
was
live
that?
today.
Oh, cool.
That was actually pretty cool. It was on the iTunes Festival, and it's still up there for anyone who wants to go watch it for a limited time. I don't know if it'll still be up by the time people listen to this podcast, but
time only.
but it was actually pretty good. He played a bunch of new songs from his album that's coming out here later this month.
Oh, this episode literally comes out the
So,
minute the minute the concert's down on iTunes, by the way.
I know, it's just like upload.
Yeah,
Yay, it's
yeah,
done.
no.
Oh.
Oh man, I want to listen to some dead. Oh,
Like they get to 8 minutes 45
Yeah.
seconds and it's taken down at 8 minutes 46 seconds.
Well, here's something that was funny. Okay, they make you download the iTunes
Uh-huh.
Festival app if you have an iDevice to watch the concerts. If you want to watch it on that, but you could also watch it through your iTunes browser that's available when you play with iTunes in the store. The stream kept freezing in iTunes, but my phone, which was sitting on the 3G network, was running just fine. Now, other people can argue with me that say that was my internet. But my husband fixed it, and it was still messing up. So, don't know.
I don't know. Internet's stupid sometimes.
No.
Yes.
Yes and no.
Yes and no.
And the internet's stupid.
And the internet is dumb.
Yeah, it didn't like Wi-Fi. That was my biggest problem with it. Was like, you're making me use my data plan here. Freaking iTunes. Why?
Curse you, iTunes, and my need for dead mouse.
Yes, but it was actually pretty cool, and he grabbed the mic at one point. He had special guests on stage, 2 rappers. I don't know who they were because
Kisty's ignorant.
At that point, my stream was starting and stopping, starting, stopping, so I completely missed that section.
Yo, I'd like to introduce you all to...
Freeze.
And his very special friend, Fred.
Oh, man.
Yeah, yes. Make some noise.
What's that?
And Mabs is back.
Hello, sorry about that.
Hey. I was delaying until you got back for us to rant and rave about Asylum of the Daleks again.
Sorry, my mom came home with groceries. I had to help with that.
Yep.
No problem.
So,
okay.
Deploy Jason Rage.
No summary of the episode.
Deploy
Let's keep this show short and just go straight into the ranting.
Okay.
Because it was not a majority of this podcast's favorite episode. I had issues with it. But
we all had issues with it.
We all have one.
Can I go into it? Because I went back and I watched all of Pond Life.
Which is good.
And then I rewatched Asylum of the Daleks. And Asylum of the Daleks was not a season opening show. It was not a season opener episode. The first thing that's wrong with it is the Daleks asking the Doctor to help.
Yeah.
That is the first thing. That's the first thing that's wrong. The second thing that is wrong is the big secret why are Amy and Rory mad at each other thing. Because it Okay, these are probably
Unless you've watched the Pond Life, you'd have no freaking clue.
Even if you watch the Pond Life, you have no idea what happened.
Yeah, because it just shows like a brief glimpse of Amy throwing Rory out.
Yeah. Or Rory's kind of storming out. Yeah, they're getting a divorce. You have no idea why. These two are arguably 2 of the smartest companions ever. Quick thinking, ability to absorb what's going on around them, and react almost as if the Doctor would. And they couldn't think up the word adoption.
Yep.
Nope.
Or
adoption? What is
surrogate mother. Or any other number of ways to have a child.
My brain just went completely grossed out. Sorry, Jason. Continue.
Okay.
I'll come back to it.
This episode is just a train wreck of an episode. Barely the good things of it are
Oswald.
The Doctor and Oswald make the episode watchable. And what pisses me off more, the woman that plays Oswald is the new companion.
I think she's still gonna be Oswald, though.
Yes.
No, she's not.
Oh, she's not?
I have a theory.
No, they've already announced this. You don't need a theory. Okay. She is going to be a different person. And they're going to get away with it the way they had Martha on the show.
Oh, that's true.
Because if everyone remembers in, what is it, Ghost Day or Countdown or something like that?
It was in the final 2 episodes of season 2.
Yeah.
The Torchwood episodes.
Okay.
Where we're actually told and shown what Torchwood has become since Queen Victoria.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
so
you see...
Go ahead. You see the actress Freeman Agatha who plays Martha for Series 3 of Doctor Who. Well, she is a different character at the time you meet her, and then is killed off, although later brought back in Torchwood, for a episode. And
no, that's Martha Jones.
No.
In Torchwood.
No, it isn't.
No, in the Torchwood series, it is Martha Jones.
I'm talking about the cyber woman
Jack.
that goes crazy throughout
the cyber one, yes. That's Martha's cousin.
That's Martha's...
She straight up says it in the opener of season 3 when she's talking to the Doctor on the balcony.
Right.
She goes, my cousin worked at Canary Wharf.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's how they're getting away with the woman that played Oswald also being the new companion.
Okay.
Okay. Because, see, my theory is the doctor was hallucinating her because
Oh, no, you didn't
of
say
the
hallucinating.
spores.
You said she was in his head.
Yeah.
In his head, hallucination. I said hallucination.
No, you said in his head, like,
If
physically
I
in his
saved my
head.
audio, damn
Yeah,
it.
you said in his head. You didn't say hallucination. And
Okay, he's imagining her to be his companion, but when everyone else is around, he's not talking to Oswin, he's talking to them.
Okay, that doesn't
And then
make
when he's
sense
by
because
himself-
Oswin talks to Rory.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's true. Well,
Boom. Done.
that was in the episode. I'm talking after the episode of how they would get Oswin to be the Doctor's companion, is that he's only visualizing her that she's there. Or it's Oswin before she went to the planet.
Right. Which would be very disturbing
were the two
because
characters.
that would be the second person we've seen their death before we see their entry into the Doctor's life. The first being River Song.
Which is a Stephen Moffat trait,
Oh, River.
unfortunately.
Oh, River. That's so sad
Yes.
that we saw. The more I realized she was going to become a recurring character, the more depressed I was. Like, oh,
No, I was
I
all
already
happy.
know how she dies.
I was all happy. It's like, hey, we learned
Yeah.
more about... Oh.
Yeah, that's what made me sad. I was like, yay, we get to learn more about Rick.
Oh.
Oh, I know how she dies.
Oh, hey, they got married.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
Hey, she's Rory and Amy's. Oh. I wonder if he takes him to the library.
Everything's...
Oh.
It's so depressing.
well,
It's so depressing the
something
more
to
you
keep an
learn
eye
about
on
River.
is if the Doctor ever gets a new suit and a haircut, we know this is when River's dead.
That happened.
Well, yeah.
Like, they already showed that
Well,
date.
It will happen. It hasn't happened yet, but it will happen.
No, it's that date that
'Cause it's-
the Three Rivers were featured in. That was the date. Yeah.
No.
Really? I could have swore he was taking her
No,
out
he
for
had
a
a
birthday.
new suit and a haircut.
No. He
Oh.
had the same suit and the same haircut.
For the Three Rivers special, he got a
Yeah.
fancy black and white tux. And a
Yeah,
haircut.
he's worn that before.
He's always had that tux. He's had it since the Titanic episode.
Yeah. And he wore it to Amy and Rory's wedding.
Okay.
This
Okay.
is
Exactly.
Go back and watch
So
the
not new
end
suit,
of season
just
5.
different suit.
Okay.
But no, I
Yeah.
don't like Asylum of the Daleks because it's... The only good things about it are the mystery of why the Doctor keeps going, well, where do you get the eggs and the milk? Throughout the whole episode, I was just like,
Eggs.
where does she get the eggs and the milk?
Exact. That was just
Yeah.
it. It was just
Eggs.
When he first said that, I was like,
What?
that's just the Doctor being the Doctor. And then he repeated it, and I was like,
Okay, this means
he's
something.
hinting at... He's
Because he
hinting at
never got-
something. He never
because he
says...
never got the answer.
Yeah.
Eggs?
He that's the
Yeah.
thing about the Doctor is when he asks a question, sometimes the answer he doesn't get is more important than the answer he does get.
Yes.
And that was one of those moments where I'm just like, how does she make the souffles? Of course, this just opened up my mind to a myriad of other questions like, how's she getting power to the oven? How's she being able to play Carmen? How come that's the only thing the Daleks can get from the planet? How come... It was just like... It opened
How
this...
is she hacking the
How is
system?
she
Yeah, how
literally
is
hacking the
she
The
planet?
hacking-
Doctor can't hack their system.
Yeah, how is she literally hacking the planet on something the Doctor he himself said,
I've never been able to
I
do this.
can't do it. I was like, okay, something's really wrong here.
And then she hacked the
No
Dalek
one-
minds.
Yeah. The Dalek web.
Yeah.
And I think that was probably the best thing of this episode is it was a hard reset button on the Daleks because every time they've been around, it's, oh, we have an evil plan, we're going to enslave, insert race here, and turn them either into our new slave force or new Daleks and evolve, blah, blah, blah. And then the Doctor comes around and it's like,
God.
well, the Doctor's here. Let's kill him. That becomes the default plan is the Doctor has arrived. Let's kill him. And now they have no idea who he is, so now they're just going to be like,
Who is this man?
we're not going to bother with him, and then they're going to have to reestablish this mythos of him being the Predator and the oncoming storm and blah, blah, blah. But
They're gonna have to remember the Time War.
yeah. Well,
They
no,
can't.
that's the thing.
Yeah.
They'll remember
well,
the
they
Time
can't,
War, but
because
they
no
won't remember...
Dalek exists from the Time War anymore.
No. Knowledge exists. They knew who he was. That's how he got the name the oncoming storm. was from
Yeah,
the
that's
Time
true.
War. But now, if they reference that data, it's not going to be the Doctor they see. It could be some other Time Lord, some unnamed Time Lord who did all the damage.
Or just be blank.
Yeah, it could be a complete blank. It opens so many doors, and it's actually... During the past few seasons of Doctor Who, they've always been really good to start leaving breadcrumbs really early in the series
Bad Wolf.
about what that season's end goal is going to be.
Bad Wolf.
And right now, it's... What I think it's going to be is only those who have met the Doctor are going to remember the Doctor.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's just...
Yeah.
It's getting there... They do it again, although we aren't going to talk about it this week, in Dinosaurs on a Spaceship.
Dinosaurs on a spaceship?
Right, I will go ahead and spoil this one little scene. There's a scene where he gets scanned by something, and then it was to confirm his identity, and when...
And it came
You
up.
don't exist.
Yeah, it
nothing.
came up nothing. And did you see
Yeah.
that little smirk? He gets this little smirk on his face,
Yes.
and that's the smirk of... Well, I didn't expect that. I expected something, but I'm happy nothing came up.
Yes.
It
Yeah.
was so that's the breadcrumbs I think
it
they're
kind
already
of-
laying out.
Yeah. I think what also is going on is that the Doctor is going back to what he was in Season 1, when he was Doctor Number 9. Nobody knew who the Doctor was in Season 9. Or, sorry, not
Except
Season
for
9.
Unit.
Ha ha ha. It's Season 1. Except for Unit. Unit knew of the Doctor, but they didn't know what
And Torchwood.
happened to him. Torchwood didn't know about
And the
him until
government.
Season 2. Because he inadvertently created Torchwood with Queen Victoria, but that wasn't until Doctor 10.
But the Daleks and the
So-
Cybermen still knew who he was.
Yes. Well, the old Cybermen do.
Don't.
The new ones don't really know until they see him. Then they go, oh, that's the Doctor.
Yeah, there's a lot of references of... We have knowledge of him, we just
So-
don't have information on him.
The thing is that gets me is that did the Doctor use the same type of virus that he gave, shoot, what's his name? Dang it.
Mickey?
Rose's
Shoot, what's his name?
ex-boyfriend.
Mickey?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm just like the Doctor.
Mickey?
Never say Mickey's name
Yeah,
right.
Mickey,
Mickey, Ricky.
yeah.
Who eventually ended up with Martha. How'd that happen?
Yeah, that was always weird.
That, it makes
Because
sense,
they're black.
actually.
Let's pair off the
'cause-
two black people.
Because they're black, that's why.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that,
Well, that
and, when Martha appears in Torchwood Season 2. I'll just straight out say it. She is not engaged to Tom anymore. But when Season 4 comes around and, Martha meets up with Jack and everybody, and they're walking away from the TARDIS mid-Season 4, that is kind of when Martha and Mickey started kind of dating, per se, and that's when
It was
puts
love
it
at
all
Black
together.
Right. You racist.
I
Could
know.
be. It was also Russell T Davies doing a kind of, I don't want Moffat to fuck up my characters, so I'm just going to have them get married. The same with why Rose got her own Doctor. Everyone knows Stephen Moffat did not like Rose.
Mhm.
If you watched Girl in the Fireplace, Rose's part is minuscule.
I like that episode.
And that, I love that episode too, but Rose's part, she's always with Mickey. She's not with the Doctor running
Can I
around
keep
and
the
doing
horse?
stuff.
Oh.
Yeah. What's a
Uh,
horse doing on a spaceship? Mickey, what's 20th century France doing on a spaceship?
20th
Get a little
century?
perspective. Or 18th
12th.
century or 14th.
12th.
I don't know. My times are messed up.
Anyway.
Blah.
Wibbly wobbly,
Anyway.
timey wimey.
Timey-wimey. Anyways.
Stop.
Yeah.
No, I really didn't like this episode. There's so many.
There was
Okay,
a lot of things
okay.
about this
Here's the
episode.
thing that I'm upset about. Is
Engage rage,
Okay.
rage cannons, Jason Chip.
the premise was okay. I would have rather he stumbled upon this on his own rather than being summoned by the Daleks, and then the Daleks arrive and it becomes a race to shut off the force field and they've captured the TARDIS and blah blah blah. There's a better way to write this than what he wrote it as.
Oh, hey, I found
And-
Crazy Daleks.
I can agree to that.
Yeah, I
Crazy
found
Daleks.
Crazy Daleks. The only reason I found Crazy Daleks was they were playing Carmen. and somehow it got
Or
to me.
You didn't even really need the pawns for this episode. The doctor was getting through fine. I mean, you just have him land by the spaceship. You have him go inside it.
Right.
He crawls down the tube like Oswin did originally before she was fully converted.
Right.
And then you have him running through flirting with Oswin the whole time. You don't really need the pawn story there, other than the fact that to show that the spores could affect them.
Right.
Yes.
But here's the thing.
Because Amy hallucinated.
Right. You need the pawns as the people who show the hallucinations. That's what you need them for. And you start building the conflict between them. Not you immediately go, here's the conflict, here's the resolution in less than 20 minutes.
Yep.
Okay.
It is literally 20 minutes of screen time, and bam! Amy and Rory have a confrontation and a resolution.
Conflict, Amy.
Yeah.
I'm letting you
Why?
go because I can't have babies.
Here's the
Alright, guys, let Mab talk. She wanted to say something.
I was about to reference last week's podcast where you guys talked about the trailer with the melted Daleks.
Right.
Yep.
And everybody thought it's River.
Did we?
Did we?
What?
You guys said
I
it was
don't even
River.
remember referencing that trailer.
I don't even remember referencing that.
Yeah, me either.
The only time we referenced was making fun of the fact that the picture of the doctor.
Yeah, we
holding
didn't make any
Amy.
reference to that trailer at all.
Well, I seem to remember at some point in time we talked about it being, or you guys talked about a bunch of melted
I don't remember this
Daleks.
at all.
I don't remember this.
You're
at all.
crazy.
I remember some of it. Continue, Mabs. You're kicking my memory into gear.
Okay, it was a bunch of melted Daleks, and we were like, okay, that was River. River did this because that's what River does. She would destroy them like this. It can't be the Doctor. Oh no, can't be
I don't
him.
remember this
think-
conversation at all.
I think what
I
we
don't
were
either.
talking about. Look, I know what Mabs is going at. Mabs, you got it mixed up. We were talking about Amy was the one that killed the Daleks. Is what we were
Oh, that's right.
hypothesizing, because Amy was laying limp in the Doctor's arms.
Yes.
And Rory asked who killed all the Daleks, and the Doctor goes, "Who do you think?" And my theory was it was Amy who did it,
Right.
and not him.
Right. Your
But-
theory was it was Amy. My theory was that it was River. That's right.
Ah, okay. That's where the confusion hit.
Yes.
And yes, we did
I
talk about
completely
that.
forgot
guys.
this conversation.
I completely forgot it myself. What was I
It
getting
was like
at?
a 2-minute bit.
Yeah.
It wasn't that long.
It
of a
wasn't that
conversation,
long,
'cause
but
Jason and I were talking about how the picture looked
The
on the
Walking
website.
Who.
yes.
Yeah, the walking.
Yes, the
Who.
Walking Who.
Somebody needs to make that picture.
So, my what I was trying to say was, just having this conflict appear, especially almost out of nowhere if no one watched Pond Life, it doesn't
Yeah.
make any sense. You could have built this as helping to build toward the crescendo of the Pond relationship with the Doctor. Like,
Yeah.
you could have had him in Pond Life. He shows up at really random points in their lives, and
Drops an ood off.
drops
at
an
their house.
ood off. He
Bye, guys. Bye, guys.
does a bunch of other stuff. Yeah, he's very hi guys. You want to go do something? No, okay, bye guys. So he just sort of drops by like a friend does. What if he showed up 3 months before the conflict happened, and that's when Asylum of the Daleks was, and then he shows up 2 months after it happens in Dinosaurs on a Spaceship, and they're trying to make the marriage work, and it's not working that well, and then the next episode, you know, they're really beginning to drift apart. Rory has officially moved out, but he doesn't want the Doctor to know, and blah blah blah. And then when you hit that point where the pawns are leaving, which I think is later. I think it's like 4 or 5 episodes away now.
I think it's the one with the Weeping Angels in Manhattan. I think.
Okay. At that point, they're forced into a situation that they have to admit their feelings for each other, and the Doctor happens to be around, and he consoles them while also solving the problem. And then that's the pawns leaving them is ultimate problem of the pawn life solved. They don't need the Doctor anymore. He has solved their ultimate problem. He can come see them, but they're done with time traveling because now Amy's pregnant again, and they can have a real child and a real family and all that stuff. Not having to worry
That-
about the daughter that's going to kill the doctor.
Yeah. The thing is I do theorize that they're either going to adopt by the end of by the time it's time for them to leave, or they're going to have another kid. Like the doctor fixes Amy. I'm just thinking there as a theory.
I don't know. It could go a lot of ways. For example, it could be that Amy and Rory die, or one of them dies.
Wow, that's not nice.
I kind of want to hope they don't kill them, because Rory
2,000 years outside a
2,000
box.
years. Yeah, for Amy, and Amy was asleep in that box.
Yes,
but
if Rory died, here, let me go with this. If Rory died, Amy would shut down.
She would.
Yeah. That's the actual going theory, is either Amy or Rory dies, and because of that, the other one can't stand to be around the doctor anymore.
Exactly, because it's the doctor's fault.
Right. At the end of the day, no matter how they spin it, no matter what the actual circumstances were of the person's death, it's the doctor's fault because he probably caught them at some inopportune time, or he put them in a time and place that they really shouldn't have been to begin with. And he was his usual, ooh, let's go look at this self, and it got one of them killed.
Oh, hey guys, Cyborg in the Old West. Let's do this. Bang.
Yeah, the next hit record now. So, next episode, as I was saying before it jumped on my audio, which is we're not talking about this week. We're talking about next week.
No, we're talking about Dinosaurs on a Spaceship next week. So 2 weeks from now, we're talking about A Town Called Mercy.
Yes.
Which looks really cool.
But we can give a slight spoiler next week. You guys can give a slight...
We can give a slight hint
Whatever.
for next week is we get to see Rory's dad.
Spoiler,
which
Rory's dad.
I thought was amazing.
Rory's
I
dad's
thought that
awesome.
was cool.
His dad is awesome.
Dinosaurs on a spaceship made up for Asylum of the Dolls.
Yes.
That should have been
The opener.
That should have been the opener.
Yeah.
It really should have.
They should have swapped.
It should have been
the 2 episodes.
Dinosaurs on a Spaceship, and then don't show Asylum of the Daleks. Make that like episode 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then make that the one before the Christmas special with the new companion.
Yeah,
We're a
make
long
it
way
something
from Christmas.
special.
We're a long way from Christmas right now.
They're only doing 6 episodes before Christmas.
Yeah.
And then they're doing the rest of the season after.
Yay.
That's true.
Christmas special.
They're doing what they did
We're
with
getting
season 4.
Yeah, we're getting a truncated first half and then a serious second half.
Yay.
Which, of course, the Christmas special, I think that introduces the new companion.
It probably is, yeah.
That's probably when we actually get Oswin 2.0.
Can I just say, by the way, the actress playing Oswald is incredibly hot?
Yes.
No duh.
I found her attractive, and I'm a girl.
I found her incredibly attractive.
Yes, Jason.
Red is a very good color on her.
Yes, Jason. You and half the internet find her hot.
Oh!
I know. I will be sad to see Karen Gilliam go because
she's going.
Yeah.
she is so far the sexiest companion to
Oh
me.
yes,
Oh.
that hair
Well,
and that accent.
Oh, and the accent that really gets
I
me.
hate to burst your guys'
love a
bubble.
good
I
accent.
have a theory.
Oh, can't stay you and your theories.
Yes. Well, no, actually, this is something that Mary has pointed out to me on Reddit just after we watched Asylum of the Daleks.
I'll give it 30
Did
seconds.
you notice the chair that Oswin is sitting in is very
It's a
similar
chair.
to the one that Jenny had on the pod when she left? Wow, that's the second time we've gotten Night Murray to scream like that.
Oh dear.
First time of enjoyment.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry if I caused any deaf
Coincidence?
ears.
Or reuse of prop. We do
That's
not
probably
know.
Yeah,
a
reuse
prop.
of props. Reuse of
Yeah.
Well,
props.
my
So,
hopes just gone for nothing.
If you watch...
That is seriously a reuse of
I
props on a
hope
grand
so.
scale.
I'll retract that scream now.
I didn't know I'd get him to scream. But,
And besides, they proved at the end of The Doctor's Daughter that she doesn't regenerate into a new form. She just keeps the same form and regenerates the life force.
you get regenerations after your first death.
Yes.
But Jenny, but here's the thing. Here goes into Doctor Who theory here. Sorry, folks. Is that when you regenerate, you don't have to change your face. It literally, the Doctor or any Time Lord has the option
I'm
to
sorry.
change.
I have a horrible mental image right now. I'm imagining she doesn't change the face, but like from the neck down, it's a Latina woman with really big boobs and a really big butt.
What the fuck, Jason?
Oh no.
Jason!
Oh my God, Jason. At least it's better than what I was thinking a couple of minutes ago before my audio fucked up.
Jason!
Right.
Jeez!
Well, no. She said you don't have to change the face, but you can change everything else. I was like, oh my God, what if that happened?
Oh God.
The
No.
Doctor,
What if
it's
she's
gonna be
just-
Matt Smith's head with like Jessica Alba's body.
Yeah.
See, my idea is that whatever they did to Amy at Demon's Run, if she can't get pregnant, does that mean she doesn't have periods anymore?
What the fuck?
No. She still probably does.
Probably. She's probably like infertile.
That's true.
That's
true. You
She
can
says
still
it
get-
herself.
you can still have
She's
periods and be
sterile.
infertile. Yeah, she's sterile.
Yes.
Oh, she's sterile?
Sterile women still have to go through the same menstrual cycle that other people go through.
And that's the gross fact of this podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just that was my mental thought earlier. That I just went,
You know
oh
where
God,
I learned
my brain
that?
went
You know where I
south.
learned that fun fact?
Uh-oh. I don't like where
Do you know where I learned that
I
fun
don't like
fact?
where this is going.
Uh-oh.
Nurse info.
Ah!
Oh, I know so many things about the monthly cycle.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, it burns when I pee like a Charizard's flamethrower. Oh, it's super effective against toiletry.
Oh,
What?
Bad, Jason. Bad.
No, Jason, we gotta pull it back. Let's talk about our stream that we had. That was very successful.
yes.
Oh my God.
We
Jason, it's time to pull out the new voice that we made during that stream.
Wait, which
did. Which
voice?
one? He made
Welcome
two.
to Tomb Raider. I'm Bear Croft.
Oh, hello. This is Bear Grylls. I'm here tomb hunting with Laura Croft. Remember, if you want to live, you gotta dodge and then hit the slow-mo button, which is the circle. I don't really know how you do that in real life, but Bear Grylls.
But you can figure it out.
You can. If I can do it, you can do it. Ignore the car. I'm in the wilderness.
Gosh. Yeah, I Jason, you didn't hear me complain about this yesterday when we, by the way, so everyone knows, we fucked up the podcast yesterday, so that we're re-recording it. And Jason wasn't here, plus. So, but anyways,
They just couldn't do it without me.
We couldn't do it without you, Jason.
No, we couldn't. Just
let's just say, one, I didn't write up a topics list, which we, by the way, everyone, big secret. Kisty writes a topic
We have
list
a
for
topics
things
list.
for us to talk about on the podcast so we don't go backwards. And for some reason, just Nightmare, Mabs, and myself, we just...
We had a slow night.
It was a slow night, and it was a horrible podcast. One
Yep.
that I almost went, okay, I'm not going to even edit this shit. And if I do edit it, you guys are going to get maybe a 30-minute episode versus what we're doing right now, which is just a quick podcast, which might actually come out to be 40 minutes.
Yeah.
But
So you get 10 extra minutes because of one extra person.
Yes.
yes.
That's how it works,
And
right?
Jason,
That's
you're
fractured.
more
No.
entertaining than the rest of us. I'm just going to straight out say it.
Wow.
I don't think that's true, but okay.
Look, you got the most vocal talent of all of us. I have the most
got the
annoying
most
voice.
vocal.
Oh, Kissy, that's not true.
no, it's
Yes.
not.
And when I hear my own voice played
Yes.
back,
Oh, come on. We still have to factor Hoorah into this.
I sound like an annoying shrew.
Yeah.
But Kissy, you gotta take into consideration. Nobody likes to listen to their own voice playback.
That's
Yeah.
This is
I
true.
hate it. I can't do it. I can't do it.
I can't either.
I don't
have-
listen to the podcast because I know I'm in it.
So this would have been the one episode Jason would have listened to.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah,
If,
it really
if we
would
had
have.
pulled him in today.
And then he would have come in like on Saturday with like a big like foam fingers, like I'm number one co-host.
You're nothing without me. Remember that.
Anyways, I was getting mad at you guys for doing the Bears Grylls /
The
Laura
Bear
Croft
Grylls.
Bear Croft.
accents. Bearcroft.
Bear Grylls and Lara Croft. Tomb Raider.
And I think the hilarious part was that yesterday, Kisty mentioned that, the chat hated it. No, the chat didn't hate it.
The chat
Only
did not
King
hate it.
Fire Demon hated it.
And he doesn't like anything.
That's true.
Exactly. I found it hilarious.
Yeah.
It was hilarious.
But
It didn't help that, like, Lara Croft is, like, all of the Fab Five from the U.S. Olympic team put into one person. I mean, seriously, some of those moves in that game were astonishing. I was like, how's she doing that?
Remember,
you
when
know
you go
I was
into
purposely
tombs-
doing flips in that stream just so you guys would comment on it. And I was like sitting there going, have they noticed yet? Have they noticed yet? No, they have
I noticed.
not
I had already commented on it.
Because you
I was
guys
like,
were
wow,
doing
that's
the Bear
impressive.
Grylls. You guys were doing
Well,
Bear
I was
Grylls.
talking about
What
it
you doing?
as Bear Grylls. If you go back and listen, I was talking about it as Bear Grylls.
I was talking
This
as
is
if Lara Croft was Bear Grylls.
Yes.
Remember, when you're off in the tomb somewhere, to remember your Olympic training.
Remember your training.
And also remember that you have infinite ammo for pistols.
Laura, remember your training. Which doesn't make sense.
And you know, in the
It's
middle
'cause
of
you
the
gotta
mountains,
shoot stuff.
wearing a tank top and short shorts.
It's only
Okay,
physics.
Let's point out that the game I was playing was Tomb Raider Anniversary, if anyone hasn't caught on yet. Which is a revamped HD version, or what I call the giant-ass update, to the original Tomb Raider, which came...
Giant ass?
I will get to the ass in a minute.
Dude, nothing is bigger than those pixelated boobies. Those things
Yes.
can put an eye out.
You think those were bad?
those are like Chun-Li's
You should have
thunder
seen
thighs.
the original. That's the HD version.
No,
of
you
her.
showed us the original.
Yes,
It was
I
just
showed
like
you the original skin,
Yes.
but that was
They-
HD'd up. You should see the original
Those are
without
some pony
the
boobs.
HD.
you know how they did boobs in the early 90s? They took two cones and they stuck them on the chest where the pec should be on a male model, and then they drew a line between the tips of the cones, and then they draped black over that.
Yeah.
That
Oh,
was how they
yeah.
did boobs, apparently.
Yeah. The game came out in 1998, or was it 6? It's hard to read this. It says 6 and 8, but I don't know.
I don't care enough to
October
be accurate.
Disney Pass
1996.
first
There we
grade.
go. Okay.
We
I
don't
know
really
you guys
care.
don't care, but this is my favorite fucking franchise.
Then you
I
should know
love
that
Tomb
already.
Raider. Yes. Okay.
Oh, burn.
It was originally Metroid was my favorite
Burn.
franchise, and then Other M came out, and Samus just died.
Samus wasn't showing enough skin.
No, it was Samus just.
There
died.
wasn't enough
It
there.
was just like moving
That
on.
Zero suit needed a Zero
Yeah.
minus suit.
But Lara Croft came in just as like, because I hadn't seen a Metroid game in a long time at that point. So Laura became my new heroine, and my first game to play
Whoa.
on a
In more ways than
system.
one. Am I right?
What?
Am I right?
Oh yeah.
It's a play on words. Heroin's a drug, and also the name for the
That's
female
right,
protagonist. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, so Laura in
Yeah.
that original game was all boob shots and ass shots.
Yeah, she's
And
the same
we
thing as
It's
this
Lara
loved
character.
Croft.
it.
That's what happens.
I can control the camera down to where it isn't that.
Lara,
It's Lara Croft. You might as well
Yeah.
just call it Tits and
Lara
Ass
Croft,
Adventure and
Boob
Tombs,
Raider.
And you the same game.
Well, in the first game, she only goes to 3 tombs. If you really think about it, she's only in 3 different tombs, and then that's it.
Tits and Ass Adventure and Tombs.
But if
Same
you play
thing as
the
Lara
second
Croft.
game, she's only going to 1 fucking tomb. And in the third game, they
Yes.
try to take it back to that, which, by the way, the third game is probably the one that I hate the most because they try to take you back into raiding tombs, but my disc had no audio on it, so I didn't know half the story, so I cheated my way through it. It was a
Wow.
used disc. That's where buying used discs literally
Laura,
shot
we
myself
need
in
you
the
to. And
Blank. Blank.
And-
Well, the only audio you
Blank.
had in those games was the cutscenes. Everything else you had to figure out yourself. And sorry, Tomb Raider Last Revelation, I love that game, but you can't get through it without a book. Because you had to backtrack through
Meh.
like 4 different levels per section.
Personally, I like Metroid more. You want to know
'Cause
why?
it's linear.
It has that perfect military
God.
mind.
That joke is dead, Nightmare.
It's
Every joke from Other End might as well be
Yeah.
dead at this point.
But and then of course
Except for Jason
Angel
Chip.
of
Don't live
Darkness
forever.
fucking sucked, and then we come to Tomb Raider Anniversary where they relaunched the franchise.
Aren't they relaunching it now?
Well, they are, because the Tomb Raider Anniversary.
Because
Tomb
we want to
Raider
see
Legends-
teenage Lara Croft.
Yes.
Screaming in pain while she's
Oh, I
being
forgot.
tortured.
Tomb Raider
A lot.
Last Chronicles. I completely forgot that one, which was before the relaunch to PlayStation 2 for Angel of Darkness, which did suck. But
I
that was
blame Bono for
tot-
that.
I blame the studio that made the game for that, because they got bought out.
I blame
I blame
society.
Bono because he was actually on the head of IDOS at the time that game was made.
I
Oh, that's
blame Jason.
true. And they came out with the movies too.
I
at
don't
that
know
time.
how, but Jason ruined this game.
She's not talking about me specifically. She's talking about a guy named Jason. Go look through the credits.
Yeah.
There's probably a guy named Jason.
There is.
somewhere in there.
And if there aren't,
Wouldn't that be great?
What if
Wouldn't
there
that be
wasn't?
great? It's just like the entire podcast just like turns on this one guy just because he happens to have my name. Like he gets death threats. Don't you ever fucking do that on JFI again. What the fuck are you talking about?
what is going on?
Honey,
what
this is the
this?
third one this week. What the fuck is JFI? Is that new peanut butter?
Oh.
Speaking of,
No, wasn't there a peanut
just
butter
caught
brand
what
and it was
Babs
off
said.
brand and it was called JFI? Yeah.
Was there?
no, it was called
Jif,
Jif.
yeah, JIF.
Yeah, JFF.
Oh, you mean like Jiffy Lube?
No.
We've gone back to peanut butter.
Giggity.
Jason
Oh, wait.
brought it
I
up.
thought it was
He
how
didn't
that
even
was
know about
spelled.
it.
Speaking of things that have to be brought
Yes.
up, Mabs, don't you have something to bring up to Jason?
Question
For what?
mark?
Guild Wars 2?
Yeah,
Oh,
the fact I can't
yes, Guild
play
Wars
it
2.
2.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
doesn't matter.
It's amazing.
I know.
man.
I've seen gameplay footage. I'm like, I wish I had a PC. Oh well.
Jason, why don't you just boot camp?
Because Jason has no money to buy any of the things that are necessary.
That makes sense.
Uh-huh.
Yes. Buying
Like
things.
Money
a
ship.
Windows disc or Guild Wars 2 to start with, or
Okay.
I'm not even sure my computer, if I were to play it and boot camped it, would run Guild Wars 2. I don't think it would.
That makes sense.
My computer runs it. It's like a crappy little Mac laptop.
Yeah, I'd probably have to... I don't know. I've looked at the system requirements. I think... Here's the thing. When StarCraft 2 came out, the
Yeah.
first one, not the Swarm, Heart of the Swarm that's in
Wings of
development in the
Liberty.
pre-beta.
It's in beta
Yeah,
right
it's in
now.
beta.
Yeah.
It ran it on the highest graphics resolution.
Okay.
That's how good my computer was. Well, near
At the time.
near highest. And I was like, this is awesome. And then I get online, and I have to put it at the slowest resolution to play it. So it looks like StarCraft
Yikes.
1 graphics. So I'm like, I don't think my computer can handle the graphical textures when I'm online. So I kind of steer clear of MMOs that require a big graphical chunk.
Yep.
Because I know it's not going to run it combined with my computer and my internet connection. It's not going to run it.
Guild Wars
That's
2 isn't that bad.
Yeah.
For
Yeah,
graphical
'cause
stuff.
Guild Wars 2 is considerably prettier and better than Guild Wars.
Then Guild Wars
Yeah.
1? Yeah.
And-
it's considerably
Yeah.
prettier.
Well, I compare it to like Star Wars: Old Republic because Guild Wars 2 actually runs way faster, and I can see like a little bit of less like graphical resolution, but it's not that
Yeah.
bad.
It's. See, I've always played World of Warcraft.
Which she's about to get into because they sent
They
her a
sent
drug
me a
pass.
7-day pass. But what's nice about when Blizzard sends you these freebie passes is that
Mm-hmm.
They're
No.
pushing drugs on you. They
is
want
that
you
you
back.
don't have to re-enter your credit card number.
Yeah, that is the good part.
Yeah.
They did that for me a couple of times, and I
Yeah.
was like, nah.
They fixed it so that as long as you have your Battle.net account, you've made purchases through the Blizzard store, but your credit card's not stored, they don't care. They'll send you freebie time. But I've seen what World of Warcraft looks on my husband's machine, which is slightly better than mine. Okay, he's now beating me in CPU and 2 generations of graphic cards.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, fuck. But now I know what to look for next time I want to get a laptop. I look at the CPU and go, okay, is this CPU better or worse than my current processor in my computer? I don't care about the graphics card at that point.
Right.
I can replace
If I really had the money, I'd just build my own, and it'd probably be Mac-based. But
Yeah.
primarily just because of all the video editing I have to do, and that's... I don't know, I say this, and this sounds so stupid. I feel Mac is a better OS for video editing.
It is.
Yeah.
Jason,
And-
I will tell you right now, the industry standard is Mac for
Yeah, I know.
for editing video or doing any graphical kind of work.
Yeah, I
PCs
know.
are more for the calculations, like doing word processing, data collection. That's what
Right.
PCs are supposed to be.
But if
for.
I had the money, I would build a nice laptop, or not a laptop, but a nice tower for myself. I'd have boot camp on it and all that stuff, so I could do some stuff on Windows and things like that. But really, it'd just be like, hey, it's basically a Mac. I only have a PC so I can play games, and that's it.
Jason, would you like a computer
Yeah.
cock tease?
What?
Don't do it.
Yeah, go ahead with that.
I recommend that you occasionally browse a website that I go to where I tease myself about my dream PCs. It's
Oh, peanut butter. Oh, God.
it's called newegg.com.
I go to Newegg a lot.
Yeah. But that's where I go. That's where I was looking at my laptop going, oh, yes, this one will be mine. The thing I didn't look at was processor. So that's my facepalm. But I looked at the graphics card going, oh, yay, it's not onboard. Okay, we're good to go. Yeah, Hoorah has plans of wanting to make a JFI line.
Yeah, that's never gonna happen.
Sorry, I will not
a
approve
line?
this. Line as in merchandise.
Yeah, like a line of clothes.
What?
That would require us pumping money
Yeah.
to do that.
And people wanting to buy that.
Yeah. Who?
Oh, please.
People
it
don't
would be
like us
quote
that
shirts. It would be Jason quotes.
It'd just
just
be
be
like,
Jason's
it'd be a
face.
Nurse Joy with a cigarette sticking out of her throat and be like, Nurse emphysema.
My gosh, I could make that. I could.
Don't. For God's sake,
Do
don't.
do 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 do.
Speaking of Pokemon, Jason, how you doing?
I am doing quite fine. I'm 10 levels stronger than I'm supposed to be on every battle. Because I was like, I'm not
Wow,
losing
Jason.
anyone ever. So I was like, where are you good at training at? Come here. Come here.
Come here. Your body must be ready.
It was, man. I went into what's your name? The fighting type gym.
Oh,
Yeah.
that gym?
And I took in Staravia, my Starla Staravia, and
Yeah.
she evolved into Staraptor after the first battle because I was like, oh, I'll level her up a little, and then before the boss or the gym leader, I'll go get her fully evolved. And I was like, oh well, that worked. Yeah, I didn't even have to go to a Pokemon Center after that. I just had to give it a couple of
Wow.
ethers, and I was like, okay,
Nice.
that's a good Staraptor.
Jason, do you think you're possibly raping the gyms at this point?
Yeah, because I'm sitting on I think level 35 Luxray going into Crusher Wake's gym,
Oh, God.
Damn.
and
Jason's kind of OP.
I spent like 2 hours in the Pastoria City, not Pastoria City, yeah, Pastoria City's casino,
Yeah.
earning money so I could get Luxray better moves.
Oh.
Because he hasn't learned any like better moves than Spark. So I spent like 2 to 3 hours just in there just playing the slots. And my second time getting the Clefairy bonus, I got the 10 in a row bonus. That's like a special thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went to like 15 bonus rounds in a row.
Jason, you might be kind of OP.
Yeah,
Just
I'm
a
like,
bit.
this is gonna be interesting because I'm gonna have to mass overlevel for the Elite Four, but okay.
Mass overlevel.
Like I
Wow.
want them to be 70s.
Okay.
What
Oh,
I take in had better be 70s.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing, I usually get bored with Pokemon games, the newer ones.
Well, black and white are pretty good now.
Yeah, but I have no idea what the Elite Four has because I get to Sunshore City, which is the last one in Platinum, and then I restart the game because I get bored. Because I'm like, I don't want to go any further. I've beaten all the gyms. So I literally have no idea what the Elite Four has.
And which one?
And I'm not going to look it up.
Which one?
Platinum. I'm not going to look it up. I don't want to know. I'm going to go into it blind.
Okay, Jason, you're fine.
Okay.
More or less.
Well, the champion has all dark types, so...
No, Cynthia has different
Cynthia
ones.
has some mostly dark types, though.
And dragons.
Okay, guys,
Well,
he says he's gonna go into a blind. Don't give him spoilers.
Well, I've seen the TV series, so I know what Cynthia's Pokemon are because of that.
I just don't want them
But
to
not
keep
many.
going on it.
Yeah, I don't know many, and I don't know any of the Elite Four.
Yeah.
So, when I go into it, I will be completely blind.
Oh yeah, her things aren't all dark type. What are you stupid?
I still need to,
Most of them are.
I still
No,
need
they're
to
not.
trade to get my Golem, and I caught a, Haunter. Not a Haunter, but a Ghastly, evolved it into a Haunter, so now I'm wanting to trade that to get a Gengar.
Okay.
I don't know, I like Haunter
So-
better than I like Gengar.
Gengar.
I want the stat boost.
Yeah, to me, it's one of those I find that I could train a Haunter and it would be stronger than if I got a Gengar.
It's all statistics, and I really do play the statistic game, especially now. Like, here's the thing, I've caught 10 other Pokemon, I haven't touched them. Like, I'm with my 6, and I'm like, yeah, this is it.
This is those guys.
These are the ones.
Oh gosh, Jason's like got the OP team ready for the.
Well,
Elite
you're
Four.
supposed to be, that's the whole point of this, is you're supposed to feel a deeper tie to your Pokemon,
This is true.
which will make you want to do it. So I'm like, yeah, this is my OP team for this run. Like, it's not getting changed. I've pretty much arranged them to where they can take on anything. The 6 of them have enough moves to take on anything anyone can throw at me.
Except for a giant rock.
That's what Infernape's for. Just go Mach Punch
And a gun.
and a gun. Okay, yeah.
Okay, maybe
Well,
maybe we can't face the armed forces.
Speaking of animals and Pokemon, I've decided to give everyone at the JFI podcast animals. Obviously, I'm a cat.
Of course.
Nightmare has been named the red panda. And Jason is the sloth.
Which is
Now-
perfect because I'm actually pretty lazy.
Yeah, well,
I'm
the
a
question is,
frog.
Jason, because this happened after the stream. Do you want to be the sloth, or are you just gonna take the sloth?
I don't care.
Okay.
Jason's like, I'm a sloth.
Yeah, and Hoorah is an otter, apparently. But,
Because
But Jason could be a frog.
he could be the frog.
The frog.
nah,
I'm
I'll
a
keep
frog.
Jason as a sloth. We gotta have a sloth.
No, if Jason was a frog, he'd just be like, I'm a frog.
Oh.
Oh. No, you know
Poor
what? That's
Jason.
what I'll make Hoorah. I'll
A
make
frog?
him the
A
frog.
frog.
Because right now, I plan
can't
on
be Johnny
redoing the
Youngbosh.
JFI logo. Because right now it's pretty plain. Let's admit it. I tried to do a 3D thing. It failed.
Kisty, what's wrong with you? Pure can't be Johnny Young Bosch.
Yeah, we can. We can make him that way. Just need to increase his brain output.
What brain output?
Exactly.
Exactly. We need to give him a brain.
No, I literally just texted him because he put his number on fucking Twitter.
Are you serious?
He did that a
That was
couple
few
days ago.
Kisty.
Okay, because I was like, whoa. Shit.
And then I texted him, I was like, you're some sort of dumb fuck waiting to get raped
You wanna
because you
know
put
what's
fucking
funny?
number on Twitter.
Nightmare, you want to know what's funny? Deadmau5 has done that a couple of times.
Yeah.
He's
Kisty
he
definitely
meant
has
to
Deadmau5's number.
private message people, and he ends up tweeting his number. Or their number.
Wow.
That's why there was the prank going on between him and Skrillex for a while, of them posting each other's numbers.
That's just terrible.
Oh, that's just funny.
Well, on the prank war, I think it's about time to wrap this thing up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The old dusty trail.
But we have to mention something. One last thing.
What?
Peanut butter.
Peanut butter jelly Tom. Peanut
Good night,
butter
everybody.
jelly Tom. Way
night,
at the
everybody.
bedroom, the bedroom, the bedroom.
Good night, everybody.
Peanut butter jelly, out of here.
Peace out, guy.
With a baseball bat.